As the racers are called to the starting line for the men's pro road race, they knew there were really two races at stake. One was for the race winner, the other was for the overall yellow jersey. In the Alexian brothers Tour of Elk Grove, there's never been a two-time overall winner. Today, 3 past champions are in the house and hungry to take the top podium spot. Hilton Clark, the winningest stage racer in Elk Grove history, was the overall winner in 2006. Mike Friedman of Optum won in 2007, and in 2011, overall winner Luis Romero Amaran is also back to defend his title. Any of these men could win, or will history repeat itself with a new champ on Sunday night? The race, shortened from 10 laps to 7 laps due to a rain delay, has an added bonus: 3 interim sprint laps where a rider could pick up a maximum of 9 bonus seconds. These seconds could prove to be a GC game changer. At the start, riders launch off from the line so quickly that the pace car is passed by Nathan Haas, starting an immediate solo breakaway. On lap 1, he's as much as 15 seconds ahead of the pack. Riders blister the first lap in a speedy 15 minutes. As they sped past the start-finish line, Vandervelde and Zerbel are sitting in the middle of the pack, saving their energy for later. Zerbel, who's a time trial specialist, will need to lean heavily on his team if he wants any chance of keeping the yellow jersey. Let's look at today's course. The Tour of Elk Grove road course looks like a rider's dream. The flatlands of Illinois offer little in the way of elevation change. This course derives its difficulty from the 26 sharp turns riddled throughout the course. By the end of the race, you'd swear you were in a nightmare. Riders must stay off their brakes and continually jump out of the saddle to keep their speed through each of the corners. Racers take a lap around the area perimeter with long, straight, speed-building stretches before it dives into the residential neighborhoods. Racers need to pay attention to the road and not get distracted by the numerous house parties gathered for this very special event. Laps are 9.6 miles each, and the original race was scheduled to be 96 miles. The rain delay knocked it back to 67 miles to outpace the setting sun. Riders need to pay particular attention to slippery spots like painted crosswalks or manhole covers. For the majority of this race, the long ribbon of riders maintain a pack mentality. There will be some riders testing the group. Luis Amaran is always game for taking a flyer, while most of the sprinters hunker down in the pack, saving their energy for later. There'll be serious competition for bonus points during Stage 2. In a bit of a detour from most UCI races, this event offers 3 time bonus laps. Each of these laps offers 3 seconds of time bonus to the winning racer, 2 for second, 1 for third. On each of the bonus laps, the 8 SpiderTech racers are up on the front, in line, leading the race and protecting Parisien's chances to gain the points. Sprinting isn't Parisien's primary strength, so his team is helping him bully his way to the top and try and earn the GC lead. After the first bonus round, Murphy scored 1 point, Francois scored 2. In the next round, Parisian gained 3 points and Murphy gained none. Neither scored points in the third round. But by that point, it didn't matter. Parisian is on his way to potentially win the yellow jersey. Teams such as United Healthcare and Garmin Sharp are sitting back and enjoying the ride while fans wait for someone to break out. All sprinters off the front are quickly brought back into the pack. Racers' speeds are routinely as high as 34 miles an hour. Final cards are being played by each team on the bell lap. As racers in the peloton start to get organized, there's a crash with about 4 miles from the finish. And it's messing with the rhythm of several riders, including Optum's Ken Hansen. With just a few miles remaining, Hansen is at the very rear of the peloton, conserving for the sprint. In a now or never move, Hansen begins threading his way through the field, and by the final 500 meters, it was Hansen grabbing Hilton Clark's wheel as a lead-out, crossing the line fractions of a second before the next riders. Hansen is the 2012 U.S. National Criterium Champion and now the 2012 Tour of Elk Grove Road Race victor. Ken Hansen of Optum is our winner, followed by Brad Huff, Alexander Zarebrakov, Hilton Clark, and Gilbert Martin.
What a phenomenal race. Optum wasn't very well positioned in the beginning. Towards the end of the race, you just committed a great double, because this is a road win to go along with the US Pro Criterium Championship, and you just showed us the speed that you need to win.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know, we went out today with a strategy of hopefully keeping the overall, and we knew it was going to be tough with the race being short and it being wet and 3 time bonus sprints. So we just, you know, kind of tried to limit our losses and just hope it came down to a bunch sprint and I'd be able to take time bonuses away from our competitors. And last lap, probably about 7K to go, I got stuck behind a crash and actually had to chase back onto the group, and I made contact, had about 5 kilometers to go, and just weaved my way through the field and got into position coming out of the final corner. And I was pretty tired at that point, but I decided to give her a go and had good speed still in the legs, so I'm happy.
SpiderTech's strategy worked. Francois Parisian takes the yellow jersey after stage 2. John Murphy is 2 seconds behind in second, followed by Andy Jacquemains.
Stage 2 brought to you by the Chicago Blackhawks, and playing the points like a genius, Francois Parisian. Were you keeping track of the numbers out there? Because it certainly seemed like you knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, we did a little bit of math, and you know, we had a pretty good plan starting the race, and we executed perfectly.
So you got the point sprints, you kept creeping forward, and so before the race was even done, you had slid your way, all things equal, into the yellow jersey.
Exactly. At one point I had the virtual yellow jersey, and then by the end I knew I was not going to be able to sprint against the pure sprinters, so I was just crossing my fingers nobody would go over me in the standings. So it all came together really nicely, and I'm really proud of it.
Wrapping day 2 of the Alexian brothers Tour of Elk Grove. Greg, it was a great day of racing. It really was. Started with the women.
Absolutely. Ann Samplonis is still in 3rd spot on the podium. It's Jade who moved up a 2nd. Allison Powers, Ann's teammate, is in 1st. There's not room for all those people tomorrow, so it's going to be a real slugfest in stage 3.
We're looking for a shakeout on the women's race. On the men's side, it's all about Team SpiderTech. There were moments today where it looked like they were holding a team meeting on the front of our field, and Francois Parisian strategically took the points competition, worked it to his advantage, moved into yellow. One more day of racing. We're looking forward to it here at the Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove.
The Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove is brought to you by the Village of Elk Grove, Alexian Brothers Medical Systems, Gullo International, Woodfield Chicago Northwest Convention Bureau, and the Chicago Blackhawks. By Comcast, ComEd, AXA Equitable, United Healthcare, Ziegler, and Special Events Management.